The process of getting better as a trader is very simple. Just do these 3 things. 1, live trade every single day. This way you're getting your reps in, you're executing. Record your charts while you're live trading and go back after you're finished trading and review the session. And in this review, you want to look for observations. If you're solving for a specific problem, you want to pay attention to if that problem, took place that day and how you could avoid it, right? You're just looking for clues or root causes that can help you become a better trader. And then just iterate. Just make one tiny change every single day and bam, that's all you really need. I think we get caught up in how complex trading is, and we think that the only way to get better is to just create this complex ass process. Our last trade breakdown, one of the biggest things that I was struggling with was just identifying the difference in delta, right, from going from NQ to MNQ, because they're different traded volume on both pairs, right? Even though there's the exact same derivative, there's still 2 different volumes on both. So today, which is literally the next day, we've already found a solution for our so-called problem. Looking at it, we figured out that the average range is about 150, 100 to 150 to 200. That's my strong 400 that I'm looking for. If you don't know what I mean by 400, I'm basically saying when we are attacking highs and lows with strong delta towards a certain direction, and it's in the plus or negative 400s, most of the times we'll see a volume spike. That's what I've noticed so far. So I just found out that what I'm looking for in Q is I'm looking for 168, 180. I'm looking for delta in those ranges early on at these highs and lows. So we figured that out. Another thing that would be really extremely helpful for me right now is if I can have an indicator that tracks the rate of volume per second. So imagine an average for the session, we've been trading 100 contracts per second, and all of a sudden the rate of volume is going up, right? Now we're trading 200, 300 contracts per second. That would be a really clear indication of okay, cool, volume is getting, higher. If you have an indicator, or if you know of an indicator that kind of does this, drop it in the comment section below. Another thing I noticed is I made a mistake today, and I'll go over it in a little bit, but first let's break into our trades. Alright, so as you can see from the day, we took 10 trades today, and a little over a profit of $925. So this trade was a break even, this trade was a break even, and then this trade was a break even. So these are 3 trades where we go up 10 points, I take my partials off, and I move my stop loss to break even. Now, instead of one mistake that I made today was I realized that it was ranging, but I didn't set my ranging bracket to match that. My overall target is 20 points. My entry is here, and then my stop loss is 20 points. But in between the take profit of 20 points and my original entry at wherever it is, I have a partial take profit at 10 points. In ranging conditions, what I've noticed to be very frequent is that we will easily hit this 10-point target, but have much more struggle to go ahead and hit that 20-point target. So say for example, every 10 trades that we take, 8 of them may hit our 10-point target and reverse if they're all in profit. That's like an 80% chance of us not reaching our 20% take profit. And that's because we're ranging, we're reverting back to some mean. That's normal, that's understandable. In trending conditions, of course, it's much easier to go ahead and hit that overall 20-point target. But in ranging conditions, what I need to do instead is I need to take off majority of my position. Instead of 40% of the position, I need to take off 80 or 100% of the position off there. That will greatly help me out, right? Now, as far as the trade breakdown, because I don't want this video going on too long, I'm just gonna go over my best trade of the day. And honestly, I think that was my second trade on the day. The reason why I think this trade was my best trade on the day was simply because I identified what type of day it was going to be very easily. 1, bank holiday. 2, we open up with average ATR, right? 3, if you notice here in the past, I don't have the film for it, but we try to extend further and we get slapped right back down into this tight range. And then, like, easy way to visualize it is that you could draw the boxes to see the tight little range that we're in. My idea is that it will continue happening until proven otherwise. So I look to take a range play here at the bottom of the range. Now, this is something that, Delta is telling me that we may break out, but I've seen too many times that even though Delta will tell me that we may have the volume to break out here, just because of how the day has been setting up, we have a D-shaped current profile that we might revert right back to that middle center mean, and we actually have a higher chance of that happening instead. As this trade plays out, we go ahead and hit our 10-point partial. We should move our stops to break even immediately after, and then we just let the trade do what it do. Because this is a mean reversion trade, my take profit, or my end all take profit, is in a really good spot. So that allows us to catch a nice little $600 win on a day. This by far, it wasn't my only winner, but I think was my best trade on the day. If you guys enjoy these type of videos more than all my other current videos, give me some feedback so I could know and upload more of these. Like, comment, share, anything will be really helpful to get me to determine which videos I should upload more of. Thank you so much for watching, and until our next video.